are you talking about? So we are at a pretty powerful time. We are at the last lunation of the year, of the calendar year. And this lunation happens to be at 28 degrees Sagittarius. So if you have been victimized personally by these last degrees of Mars and Sagittarius, we're revisiting them on the 19th. So the 19th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius, and that's at the later degrees of Sagittarius, known as the insecure degrees of Sagittarius. The 28 degrees Sagittarius is represented in the Sabian symbols by a splendidly built bridge, a heritage of unknown ages, still spans the beautiful and wildly primitive stream. The truth degree of this new moon is a fat boy mowing the lawn. And then the solution degree to this new moon, is the Pope blessing the faithful. And I wrote in our book, The Astrology of 2025. If you guys don't have this book, it is available through Barnes and Noble, as well as you can click the link in my bio on either X, Instagram, or YouTube, and it will take you there. I wrote that the karma of this new moon is extending the bridge between the Jupiter ruled season of Sagittarius and the cold yet persistent Saturn ruled season of Capricorn. We see here the marvels of long ago met with functionality of current use. What marvelous relics do you carry with you from your own lineage? What can you let go? The truth to this degree is keeping up with appearances at a cost. Where have you been too afraid to let go? The blessings you receive from cutting dead weight from your life while still hanging on to the love and the magic roll in like storm clouds. Having faith in yourself will always be rewarded if you give yourself the chance. I don't know if you need to get rid of some people. There's a QR code for cord cutting ritual that I can link to as well in the YouTube comment section, the YouTubes. It's all about this letting go of what no longer serves you, and the last degrees of Sagittarius being all about this bridge between both worlds, and then having the fat boy mowing the lawn. It's like, what do you just push through for no reason blindly? What do you just say, you know what, I'm at a deficit, so I need to work harder here? When you're at a deficit, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, you do not need to work harder. In fact, you need to rest. And your relationship with rest is going to be what gets you through the winter solstice and the last part of winter. We are currently in the fall, right? We are still in the fall. On the 21st at 9:03 a.m. Central Time, we will be in winter solstice. The 20th is the night that we celebrate before the solstice. The Yule days starts on the 20th, and then it goes all the way through the new year. And the first day, you're like writing letters to women or motherly energy from the past or present that has gotten you through to this very moment. And there's a whole like list of rituals. You can look it up too. I thought I had the book here that like had all that, but I don't. But these are things around the Yule that you can celebrate. And, you know, winter solstice is when the sun slows down in the sky to where it appears dead for 3 days. And then on that last day, the 25th, the sun rises back up in the sky and starts its forward motion towards spring once more. And it gets this extra energy around the 25th. This might sound like a certain story that you may have heard over and over again, the story of Christmas. The three wise men were the three stars in Orion's belt. We can get to that another time. But they do align. It all aligns. And I don't want to be the one to tell people that their sacred holiday is really a pagan, stolen tradition topped with capitalism and consumerism, and that the sun that they truly worship that's born on the 25th is actually the solar sun. And how many religions have had a solar deity over the millennia of time and the the eons and eons of time that we have seen all these organized religions all claiming to have this virgin born solar god. It's just funny to me. And it's funny that people like don't put two and two together. And I'm like, oh, so I don't want to be the one to break it to you, but in my magazine, in the Northern magazine, we'll be talking about the astrological context behind the winter solstice, as well as Christmas, as well as Easter, as well as all of the zodiac. So that's one article that I'm really looking forward to including, as well as some really powerful articles and interviews from people that I think are truly fascinating. So I choose to look at this new moon starting a new path and new direction for my magazine, as this one will be in my fifth house. And I actually look forward to, my sixth house and embodying that type of energy that I truly love seeing. That larger than life, higher mentality. It's like when somebody walks around with higher knowledge and purpose, it just seeps out of them, right? And that's what I want my magazine to be like. I want people to use it as a vision board material. When Mariah told me that she cut up part of the magazine to use for a vision board, I was like, I am so honored, because that is exactly what I want my magazines to be, is like a fever dream of visuals and words and ways that you can connect deeper with nature, deeper with your purpose, and deeper with your own personal wisdom. We all have it. And whether you honor it or not is 100% up to you. So with this new moon, we could also have news about the Pope. This is very much a Pope new moon. So I don't know what the Pope is up to. I think I have the Vatican blocked on Twitter because they just got so annoying that I didn't want to like see it anymore. Chances are if I have you blocked on Twitter, it's because you have popped up so much that it has annoyed me to where I don't want to see it anymore. It has not, or you've been incredibly disrespectful in some regard towards me or people I love. And that's where I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. And that's what I choose to do with my energy. I'm like, I'm going to sit in a castle with the walls up as high as I need them. The people that are allowed to come in are truly vetted, truly wonderful. And I vouch for these people. And that's what the energy of with you, if you see somebody working alongside me and we continue working together, that is because they are a great person. And I truly feel grateful for them. I feel recharged by them. I feel like when I leave a conversation that I have something to look forward to or a new perspective to shift an old mentality. And those are my favorite type of people. So if you have big ideas, you have big brains, and you want to talk about all things cosmic and I don't know, work towards a better future together, like we're all here as human beings. We are all one race, and that is the human race. So to obstruct each other is unnatural. To go against each other is unnatural. Thank you, Marcus Aurelius, for your wise, wise words that you never intended anyone to see with your meditations journal. But we published it anyway, and I hope you aren't too mad, because that would mean that we all have cursed books in our house of a very angry Marcus Aurelius ghost. I think with most things, he would just succumb to the fact that, yeah, it was pretty fucking awesome. I understand why people want to say things centuries and millennia after I die. It's fine. With all of that being said, I am so grateful that I get to continue to spread my esoteric knowledge as well as my cosmic insight with you all each week after week, sharing things about the new moon, sharing things about where we are in life, the things that I've learned through planetary transits, as well as the things that I've observed through these sports astrology streams. And I'm so grateful that I get to do these with you each and every week.